Avoiding crypto scams. Lessons from BitMEX's $100 mistake. What if you could spot a crypto exchange collapse before it happened? In July 2024, thousands of BitMEX users lost access to their funds when authorities hit the exchange with a $100 million penalty. Not because of a hack or technical failure, but because BitMEX deliberately broke rules designed to protect you. The problem wasn't hidden in complex code. It was right there in plain sight, showing 3 specific warning signs that anyone could have spotted months before the collapse. By the end of this video, you'll have a simple 3-part strategy that could save you from disaster. The BitMEX Analysis. The BitMEX case wasn't about complex technology failing. It was about 3 deliberate choices that put users at risk. Phase 1. No identity verification. First came the system design. While legitimate exchanges were implementing identity checks, BitMEX took a different approach. Their no questions asked policy wasn't an accident. An internal memo revealed it was a strategic business decision. One executive wrote, "The lack of ID verification gives us access to markets our competitors can't reach." Phase 2. Location deception. When regulators started asking questions, BitMEX moved to Phase 2, claiming they blocked American users while secretly helping them bypass these restrictions. This leaked email shows exactly how. "We know they're connecting from the US. Just don't ask and they won't tell." They weren't just ignoring rules. They were actively working around them. Phase 3. The collapse. The final phase was inevitable. Federal investigation, frozen accounts, and panic. What started as a $417 million case ended with a $100 million settlement. But by then, many users had already lost access to their funds for months. Here's the question that matters. Would you have recognized these warning signs before your money was locked? Your protection toolkit. Let me show you 3 verification tools that can protect your crypto investments. Tools that were once only available to investigators, but are now accessible to everyone, mostly at a price. We are not going to give you the explicit tools, as the capabilities of these tools are improving by the day. What is a great tool today might not be a great tool in 2 months. Based on your comments, we could run some videos on the specific requested tooling, and vendors can reach out to our channel. Tool 1. Transaction trackers. The first is blockchain tracing technology. Think of it as a financial DNA test for your crypto. The system maps every connection, showing whether your funds are interacting with high-risk wallets. Red lines show connections to addresses flagged for suspicious activity. BitMEX had hundreds of these connections that anyone could have discovered with this simple check. You can run this same check using free tools like this one. What might your exchange be hiding in its transaction history? Tool 2. Compliance checker. Your second protection tool verifies regulatory compliance. When I enter BitMEX here, watch what happens. The system shows they operated without proper licenses in multiple countries. Green means fully compliant, yellow means partial compliance, and red means no compliance. BitMEX was mostly red for years before authorities stepped in. Here's your 30-second test. Ask your exchange for their license numbers and check them on your financial regulator's website. A legitimate exchange will provide this information without hesitation. Tool 3. Risk detector. Your final protection tool combines multiple risk factors into one clear score. Notice how the problems add up. One yellow flag might be an oversight, but multiple red flags form a pattern. This is exactly how investigators build cases. Not on single violations, but on patterns that reveal intentional non-compliance. Have you ever checked your current exchange using any of these methods? Your protection strategy. Beyond these tools, you need a 3-layered defense strategy that protects your crypto at each point of vulnerability. The first layer is selecting properly regulated providers, which forms your initial defense. Let me show you exactly where to check. In the US, the FinCEN MSB registry instantly tells you if an exchange is registered as a money services business. Here's a properly registered exchange with its registration number and history. And here's what you see when an exchange isn't registered. This exact search could have warned BitMEX users years before the government stepped in. Look specifically for these 3 points: registration date, renewal history, and operating jurisdictions. BitMEX failed on all 3. Your second defense layer protects your individual transactions. For every significant crypto movement, follow this 3-step process. 1. Verify the recipient address through multiple channels. 2. Test with a small amount before sending large sums. 3. Check the blockchain confirmation to ensure network stability. BitMEX users reported that these basic security steps were often bypassed by the exchange's streamlined process. Another warning sign. Your final defense layer is asset distribution, keeping your crypto strategically separated. Instead of keeping everything in one place, create this 3-tier structure. 1. Trading funds, exchange wallets. Only what you're actively using. 2. Reserve funds, personal wallets, your medium-term holdings. 3. Long-term holdings, cold storage, maximum security for significant investments. The ideal setup for most investors is no more than 20% in any exchange, 30% in personal wallets, and 50% in cold storage, completely beyond the reach of exchange problems. Had BitMEX users followed this strategy, their losses would have been limited to just their trading funds, keeping the majority of their investments safe. Conclusion. The BitMEX case teaches us that crypto security isn't about one big solution. It's about connecting 3 essential elements: verification tools that spot problems early, careful provider selection that limits exposure, and distribution practices that contain potential damage. Here's your action plan. This week, run the 30-second license check on your exchanges. Next week, set up your 3-layer asset structure. By the end of the month, complete a full verification using the tools we covered today. The crypto landscape is changing fast. Recently, the Department of Justice announced a shift from blanket enforcement to targeting serious offenders, making your own verification more important than ever. Remember, in crypto, the best protection isn't the technology, it's information. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell to see our next investigation, or tell us which financial crime case you want us to break down next. Because in the world of financial crime or crypto, what you don't know can hurt you. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.